Hello everyone, it is your host, Seth the Programmer, and Hello everyone, it is your host, Seth the Programmer, and today we are on another Versus video. Now, obviously, off of the start of this video, a lot of people are going to be saying, isn't this video kind of self-explanatory?
So you thought.
Now, the reason I say that is because there is an interesting stance on how Aniraza should be handled in terms of scaling. And that is more of a narrative scale rather than an objective scale within the community that's kind of popped up. I also know a lot of people are going to say, Seth, you got this idea from Geekdom. You're just taking Geekdom's idea. And what's pretty ironic about that is that I'm actually making this video because of Geekdom's video, but because I actually have to touch up on things that the video may have misconstrued or gave inside the public. And that idea was actually adopted by one of my friends on Twitter who stated this: I'm thinking I want to do two types of power scaling, narrative and objective scaling. I've been considering it for a while now, but watching Geekdom's Aniraza versus Kefla video, which makes me want to. Narratively, Aniraza is shown to be stronger. Objectively, Kefla's feats are greater. So, as you can see, it's a little bit more complex than you need to say. So, before we start, let's go over the objective reasoning as to why Kefla is actually more powerful than Aniraza. So, Aniraza's defeat was generally pretty cinematic, I would say. He took on Golden Frieza, Android 17, Ultimate Gohan, Fatigued Blue Goku, and Vegeta. And this in itself, it seems impressive, right? I mean, from a plot standpoint, it's like, oh, the whole gang is getting together to take on Aniraza. And they were able to hold back Aniraza's attack even when it got more powerful. And then Android 17 busts through Aniraza's attack, shatters his head case. And then he was obliterated by Team Universe 7 entirely. His entire being was obliterated. We also know for a fact that the Z Fighters were capable of actually dodging attacks from Aniraza even after he powered up, and was capable of reacting to his beam when they were at full power. So he's generally relative to the five of them put together. Kefla, on the other hand, was comparable to an Ultra Instinct Goku. Now, a lot of people say, oh, well, Goku was fatigued. Goku was always fatigued in Ultra Instinct. Him being in Ultra Instinct while fatigued isn't even relevant, because Kefla was stated to be stronger than the Super Spirit Bomb as a Super Saiyan. She then goes Super Saiyan 2, meaning she's over twice as powerful as the Super Spirit Bomb. And it should also be noted that it's stated by Topo and Dispo that Goku is honing his attacks better. He is becoming more powerful with Ultra Instinct during his fight with Kefla. So that means the Goku that fought Kefla was stronger than the Goku that fought Jiren. And we also know that the Super Spirit Bomb in itself was stronger than Goku with Kaioken times 20. So from there, the reason people say, isn't this battle kind of simple? Like, isn't this self-explanatory? Is because, logically, Goku with Kaioken times 20 should be greater than the 5 Super Saiyan blue tier fighters. Even if you argued Frieza or Vegeta are slightly stronger than Goku's blue form, which is debatable, Goku with Kaioken times 20 is without a doubt stronger than all of them put together, easily. Now, another thing to note is that the Super Spirit Bomb is the exponential increase of all of the team put together, including Android 17, Goku, and all of them. So logically, there's no way to say that Aniraza, who simply was actually matched by 5 fighters, 2 of which were fatigued, that he would be on par with Ultra Instinct, which is over twice as powerful as the Super Spirit Bomb, which may be greater than 40 times Blue Goku to 80 times, even lowballing, since the Spirit Bomb would be exponential in an increase. So from there, they kind of go down this narrative sense. They're like, well, the narrative is that Aniraza is like the final villain, right? He's like the final big bad guy of the arc before they take on the final arc with Jiren. And therefore, it should be more logical to assume that because they all had to work together, that they would be stronger than Kefla. Obviously, the authors never considered that the calculations that need to go into play for Kefla to be more powerful than Aniraza. And there I have to disagree. For one, it's specifically stated that Kaioken directly multiplies your power. Like, did the authors not think Kaioken times 20 is a 20 times multiplier? Was Hit versus Goku, where Hit said his energy was increasing, you know, quadruple fold until he did the Kaioken times 10? Is that just not matter? Does it only count until times 4? After that, is it like some kind of additional increase rather than exponential? How does the Kaioken work in this awkward narrative? And then another thing is, them all working together to beat an opponent is not out there at all, because more people work together to try to beat Jiren, and Jiren blinked away the Spirit Bomb. In a narrative sense, Dragon Ball does not really care about teamwork. I mean, it might be a hype scenario, but just because you're working together with a teammate and working all together does not exactly matter. It never really has mattered. Like, why doesn't Goku and Vegeta take on Super Buu, right? Why didn't they take on Majin Buu Gohan Absorbed? Because they weren't strong enough. They needed Vegito, obviously. And it's like, why didn't Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks, why couldn't they take on Fusion Zamasu by themselves? Why did they even need Vegito or the Spirit Bomb to begin with? Because they weren't strong enough narratively. So saying that Aniraza has like this narrative plot power over Kefla is completely ignorant. And me and my friend, we actually debated on this, and he conceded. I'm not going to say his name, obviously, because I don't want to throw any heat on him on Twitter or anything, because he is a pretty smart guy. But still, it should just be noted that there is no narrative reason for Aniraza to be stronger. There's no reason for this to be like a 10 through 15 minute video even. I just wanted to sum up my thoughts on what I thought, and I also thought it'd be a good way to talk about Aniraza since I never actually made a video on him. I think he's a really interesting character. He's really cool. However, just for the sake of a battle, he's not even, I wouldn't even consider him like really a god tier even in the tournament. He seems just basically high tier. He's definitely not the same level as Jiren, Ultra Instinct Goku, or Kefla, or even the Super Spirit Bomb for that matter. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. If you enjoyed, hit that subscribe button. Until next time.